Right.
Well, I want to welcome everybody for being here. I think everybody's met everybody, so we've got some of our board here at LegacyTree Foundation, and we've got the board of Feed America First, and we're here to honor and have a presentation for Feed America First. We originally had counseled with our pastor Stan Mitchell, who's over there, pastor at Grace Point Church here in Franklin, and one of the things he advised us or suggested was when we start making charitable grants to other organizations was to pick charities that we might be able to make more of a larger impact, so we weren't just throwing a little bit at a lot, and we wanted to be able to maybe make an impact with some other organizations. And so we started praying about that, and we kind of had an answer to prayer, and maybe Nanette can tell us about how that answer to prayer worked a little bit.
Yeah, we had talked about it for several weeks and been praying about it, and my son at the time was being homeschooled, and he was going to Franklin Classical one day a week, and I had just dropped him off and was driving into Franklin to go to work, and I was getting ready to turn on Mac Hatcher, and this truck passed me, and it had this magnetic sign on the side of it that said Feed America First, and I thought, maybe that's it.
Lightning bolt.
Yep, and so I went straight to the office and talked to these guys, and Annette took over from there and started doing some research on them and found out some really interesting information on Feed America First.
So maybe Tom, say a little bit about Feed America First and what you guys do.
Well, we started Feed America First 10 years ago to try to address hunger in the rural and small town parts of America. We felt like there's a lot more support available in the metropolitan areas, and we wondered who was helping in the little towns. We found that there were a lot of small ministries, but they really needed some help. Coming from the food business, I looked into the supplies, and we found out that a quarter of the food produced in the United States is wasted, and we have at this point 50 million Americans that have to worry about whether they can afford to put food on the table or pay the rent or the utilities or for medicine. So we felt like we could position ourselves in between that overproduction, that oversupply, and the need, and to use this network of small charities to do that. So in the last 10 years, we've been able to distribute about 24 million pounds of food that's been donated by manufacturers, distributors, and growers. This is food that would end up in the landfill if somebody didn't make themselves available to take it and distribute it. We have about 200 plus small agencies that we supply that actually get it in the hands of families in need throughout Tennessee and northern Mississippi, northern Alabama, and kind of expanding our boundaries. But hunger in America is the elderly, the infirm, the single mom with her kids, grandparents raising babies, and they need help. And we've been blessed with a lot of food and a way to help them.
That's cool. And so one of our other associates here has become involved with Feed America First.
Happily so.
Tom and the board asked me to join their board of directors, and at the last meeting, I can just say that my eyes were opened when I saw how much you guys were doing on so little of a budget. And $8 million worth of food they've distributed. They have total operating budget of under $200,000 a year. And then I found out that you'd had several months over the past year when salaries couldn't be paid to your staff. I found out that Tom's overworked. He has very little time to devote to fundraising, meeting with community leaders, because he's busy in the warehouse, loading the truck, driving the truck. So I came back and conveyed all this to Jim and Annette.
And so, on behalf of LegacyTree Foundation, we'd like to present Feed America First with a little contribution that we hope will make an impact on your organization.
It will. It will. Am I supposed to open it now?
Yeah.
Never quite sure. This is a check for 50.
Hello? I don't have the glasses.
I can say it really good. $50,000.
Yeah. All right.
I'm going to put that in my pocket. I never had a check for that in my pocket.
Wow.
So we just want to say, bless you guys.
Yeah.
We felt like the Lord has given us favor to do exactly what we're doing, and you're the type of organization that we want to help. So blessings to you guys.
Say something.
what I would say is the money is fabulous and it's going to help us reach a lot of people, but it is also an example of the kind of people that we get to deal with all the time. People like you, your board members, who really believe that what they're here on earth to do is touch other people and help other people. And as much as we love the money, we love that attitude and that approach even more. We love the emotion that's right here, because that's what makes us human beings. And that's what we're ultimately really about. So thank you to everybody. This is tremendous. And we really can't talk a whole lot more.
That is overwhelming.
That feels really cool, too.
I'm warm. I'm warm.